Yeah, guys, so in this video, we're going to be going through what a former Orlando Pirates player had to say, Albert Mahlangu Bashir. He says that the only team that can beat Pirates is Pirates themselves. So currently, I'm looking at the article covered by Diski Times. This is what Mahlangu told a Diski Times. Ukuthi, he's confident Ukuthi, this coming season, the 2025-2026 season, the club will be untouchable, and the only team that will be able to touch them is themselves. The only team that can be able to beat them is themselves. So you can be your own worst enemy. If you don't mess things up yourself, then you're going to excel. He says that I'm very excited. If I had it my way, this season should be starting now because I think that Pirates are going to sizzle this season. Looking at the team from last season, they did a great job. We reached the semi-finals of the CAF Champions League. We finished second, on the league, not too far behind Mamelodi Sundowns, and we reached two domestic finals. To me, that speaks to the fact that all we need to do is to fix a few things, and we are going to be untouchable. For me, given the strength of this squad, Pirates is the only team that can beat Pirates. Hmm? Pirates is the only team that can beat Pirates. He says that, yes, of course, Mamelodi Sundowns are on another level, but they can be beaten. The boys that Pirates have added to the squad are very good players, and they are joining a team that is already good. This is what Albert Mahlangu, aka Bashir, had to say, guys. Please let me know. Do you agree with him on the comment section below? Obviously, talking about how far we did last season, Champions League semi-final, and even in that final. When he says the only team that can beat Pirates is Pirates themselves, when I look at that semi-final of Pyramids, I'm like, it's one of those. You beat yourself because how do you score? You're on the lead, they equalize. And when they equalize, you're still leading. And then you score again. And then they equalize. And even though they equalize, you are still leading. You are still having an advantage of the away goal. And still, yo guys, like they minus five, if I can say, 4 or 5 possibilities for us winning that game, because when we were leading 1-0, we were winning. When they equalized and made it 1-1, we were still winning. When we obviously scored the second goal to make it 2-1, we were winning. They equalized to make it 2. We are still winning. Yeah, but we let them to score that third goal. So I think those are the type of games where we have to look back in the mirror and say, this is ourselves. We did this to ourselves. We need to improve going forward. And the new players that we added and the ones that have been found there, you know, is the core of the team. When Bashir refers to us going to the semi-final of the Champions League, not too far from Sundowns in the league, getting to 2 domestic finals, Nedbank and M10-8, winning 1 and losing 1. Those players that played those tournaments, most parts of them, or most parts of the season, are still there. They are still there. So we are just adding on top. What can stop Pirates now? We shall see. It looks promising, but the job has to be done on the pitch. Can Pirates do it? Finally, can Pirates win the league? Don't ask me how old was I when Pirates last won the league. Don't ask me that question.